Greetings of peace and joy, my dear friends. There was a young man called Alex who was working in an office. There he was abused very badly by his boss. He suppressed his feelings of anger and frustration. When he came back home, he abused his family members, wife and children. He expressed his anger and frustration onto them. Eventually, he thought to himself, if I choose to react to my family members, can I not choose to be proactive, respond positively to my family members, being kind and gentle with them? This changed his course of action. He became gentle and kind to the family members. He chose to act differently.
Dear friends, we do make choices every moment, either for our growth and enhancement of life, or at times to a deviant way of life. That is the power of choice we enjoy. We make choices based on our priorities. Freud said that man's actions are motivated by the principle of pleasure. Adler stated that every human person was motivated by the principle of superiority. Whereas Viktor Frankl said that as humans, we are motivated by a search for meaning. It is because of the choice we have made, we have reached the place where we are now in. A student who wants to score higher marks, works hard, scores higher rank, and is able to employ himself in a good firm and is paid well. And as an adolescent, there are opportunities to take to drugs or to abstain from it, or to engage oneself in sports and extracurricular activities to develop oneself. As a young adult, one chooses to get married to a partner or remain single. Having a vision for oneself can guide an individual to make choices that would realize his or her vision. When we make choices, it's sometimes between have to and choose to. When one has to cook meal at home, has to go to work, has to visit a friend who is sick, there is a compulsion, lack of desire, and lack of involvement. But when one chooses to cook, chooses to go to work, chooses to visit a friend, there is involvement, there is dedication, and ultimately there is joy. When someone abuses, one can choose to abuse him in return, or sit and ruminate about it, dwell on it, increase the negativity, and suffer with pessimism and bitterness, or walk away from the situation. One can react or be proactive. When someone abused, one can ignore it, or may work out his or her anger, release the anger, probably by journaling his pain or anger. This healthy and proactive behavior can bring happiness. During this pandemic, individuals may feel lonely, feel fed up with meeting the same persons in the family, or feel the intensity of the presence of others. At times, there are conflicts, even abuses. One can fight back, take to drugs, alcohol, be addicted to usage of social media, or one can utilize this time to read, to learn, to engage in positive relationship, engage in spending quality time with family members, and connect oneself with other friends and family members. The choice is ours. Frankl said, everything can be taken away from human beings, but one thing, the ultimate human freedom. To choose one's attitude in a given circumstance, to choose one's own way.
Gandhiji chose to respond positively by his principle of ahimsa, that is non-violence. He had an option either to vehemently react to the British when they tortured him, or to respond positively. Gandhiji chose to respond positively by his principle of non-violence. There are options, my dear friends. Either to choose life-threatening behaviors or life-enhancing ones. The choice is always ours. All the best, dear friends. Thank you.